Darci's rant number 2. We'll see how well this one goes. So since this COVID-19 lockdown has started, um, I've noticed that Jason Kenney has done a very good job in promoting pipelines and bailouts for oil companies, not the oil workers, just the companies. Um, and he's really doing a bang up job in making sure that this virus does not spread. Now, I'm not very tech savvy, so I'm going to use my phone and my pad, and we're just going to try and make this work. So if you look at this here, that's a picture of a homeless shelter set up in either Calgary or Edmonton. Um, there's one in Calgary and there's one in Edmonton, but they're both more or less set up the same way. They're just either cots or pads in a facility, and they're kind of like close to each other. Not only that, but that facility, I imagine, has a community bathroom. So if you wanted to try and get rid of your homeless population, that's a good way to do it. You put them all in a room where they're pretty close to each other, and they all have to use the same bathrooms, and they can't help but be breathing the same air. And are those even 2 meters apart? I don't think they are. Well, let's just assume that they are. If you stay on your mat for the entire night, I guess, technically speaking, you're isolated from your neighbor, assuming they stay on their mat. How many of us do that in our homes? Do you ever stay on your bed, just the bed itself, for 12 straight hours? That's not going to happen. That's not social isolating. That's pretty much ensuring that if COVID-19 is there, it's going to spread like wildfire throughout the entire homeless community, which will greatly reduce the numbers of the homeless community. I'll give you that. But before it does that, it's going to spread that COVID-19 throughout Edmonton, Calgary, or wherever that shelter is set up. And assuming these people go to the hospital once they get sick enough, because they're going to, and or if they don't go to the hospital, EMTs will be called to come check on them. I mean, how can you not spread the virus that way? It's like he's trying to spread the virus. And you look at the list of essential workers and things that are kept open. Oil camps. I don't know if you've ever worked in an oil camp. I've worked in dozens of them throughout my life, through various jobs and careers. And there's no way to socially isolate in those places. It doesn't surprise me at all that we keep hearing about outbreaks happening at various oil camps. It's pretty much impossible to avoid spreading illnesses like flu and whatever in those environments. Either he doesn't take the virus seriously or he doesn't care. In the case of the homeless population, I'm sure he doesn't care. They don't vote. They can't help him. I'm sure he's convinced they're all NDP. No, they're not NDP. They don't vote. Okay? If you're homeless, whichever politician's in charge, you do not care. That does not matter to you at all. What matters to you is where you're going to get your mixed meal from. And how are you going to stay safe? And how do you keep yourself occupied with a whole day of nothing to do? I don't know. I do know this. I've been homeless twice in my life. And it happens faster than you think. And it's easier than you think. And it's not because I wasn't working. It's not because I was lazy. It's not because I wasn't trying. It was just bad circumstances. All right? Maybe you get in a fight with your spouse. Maybe you lose your job. Maybe you live where you work. That's what happened to me the last time I was homeless. I worked on a farm. I lived on that farm. That farmer decided he had enough. And I was homeless for 3 months after that job ended. That was a long 3 months. I was very fortunate. I had friends and family and a church community that helped me out tremendously. But I was just lucky. It's very, very easy to become homeless. And if you don't understand that, it's because you haven't been there. And you should not judge those who are homeless. And if they've been homeless for a while, obviously they're going to have some different social skills. And they probably have some problems. Maybe they have substance abuse problems. Maybe they have mental health problems. Maybe both. Those people need help. It's disgusting that in Canada we have homeless people. We should not. We can do better. And we need to do better. And if we want to stop the spread of this virus, we have to look after everybody. We can't just look after that person or that person. Every single person has the right to feel safe. They have the right to have a door that locks at night and to be able to use the washroom without worried about getting raped or attacked or beat up. So yeah, that's rant number 2.